So the first thing is that the slab has to be clean and it has to be dry. So we're going to want to go around the whole edges of the slab and brush them off and clean them up really good. You see these like little T's here? That's the edge of where this termite barrier is going to go. So if we open this up, it's just, we're going to put an adhesive down. Yeah, that's all right. So you can see these marks, and we have some marks like mostly in the corners. We can snap a line on that. It's about 4.5 inches in, 5 inches in. And then once that's clean, we'll brush it on. And then once we brush it on, this peels off. It's almost like a window wrap, right? You see it? It's like a window wrap. And it just peels off. And then this adheres right to the adhesive. Don't worry about this side. Right now, we're just gonna do this right now and lay this on here. Kim, if you can just pull that around like that. It's just gonna lay on like this and follow that line. We'll snap a line and this will just lay on there, and then we roll it with a roller. So we have those J rollers somewhere. We're gonna use the adhesive on that, and then we're gonna use a J roller on that. So what I was explaining to some of the SWAT earlier, so what this does is it protects the ICF from termites. So what this does is protects our the outside piece of the foam is gonna rest here. So the 2-inch perimeter insulation's here. Our block starts here, okay? And it's gonna go in here, okay? Right? So it's like a 2-inch offset, and then we start. So what this does is protect this piece of foam that's here laying on top of this from termites getting up and underneath it and tunneling up. So we're not in a big risk area for termites, but there are some very aggressive termites, Formosans, that are kind of moving west from Texas. And who knows, in 10 years it might take them to get here, but whenever that is, they're very aggressive, and their colonies are like millions of insects in a colony. So they're not more aggressive than any other type of termite, they just have bigger colonies. So
Everything's big in
this will adhere right to the concrete.
But the concrete, when we pour through the ICF,
It won't even touch this.
won't even go.
It'll be right on the edge of the inside of the foam. So our foam will be here, our webbing will be here, and then we'll have our other foam edge here.
Is there some sort of repellent on this that kills termites? Or
You know,
is it
I'm not
just to block?
sure. I'm not sure about that. It looks like just regular window wrap to me, you know, and it's not very sticky either, you know, but it obviously has a rating for that. So that's why we're using it. So if you can imagine a wall, so then once we put our block down and then we pour, we'll come back later and deal with this offset. This will come down and wrap over the top like that, but we won't worry about that right now. We just want it to adhere to the concrete so we can lay our block on it. Then later, once our block is in, we're gonna come in with a piece of pressure treated. We'll adhere that right to the webbing on the ICFs. And then we got another piece of flashing that's 18 inches that's gonna come up about 10, 15 inches here, and then it's gonna drape down over the top of this here, and then it's gonna drop down here. So it's gonna cover this again. So
Is this material inside or outside of that?
it's outside of that. We're gonna go outside of that. And then, you know, we have to finish detail this whole edge, right? So we're 6 inches above. You know, so we're gonna need our weep screed on there, and then we'll probably have like a cement board that we're gonna probably adhere to that and use like concrete screws or Tapcons to adhere that, and then have our stucco right on the outside of that. So we'll have something to actually put this our stucco to, right? Because right now we can't put stucco on plastic. And I wanted to explain real quick. So this Stego wrap right here, this yellow stuff, in case you're wondering what that is, that goes underneath our whole slab. So that acts as a vapor barrier, right? A water barrier, and it also acts as a radon barrier as well. So one of the 3-inch pipes that you see is kind of standing alone over there with the gray on top, with the gray duct tape on it. That's a radon pipe. So what this does is it traps any radon that's underneath. It'll trap any radon that's coming up from the ground, and then it'll just kind of seep in there. There's a pit right there with a big, like a 3x3 gravel pit there, and then all the radon, if there is any radon, it'll kind of radiate to that point and then go out the roof. So it's a passive system. Yeah, it just goes up and out, right through the wall system and right out to the roof.